Nobody can know what the future workplace will be, but at least at Moser Associates, we have some very, very strong beliefs on the direction that a workplace of the future needs to take, and it needs to be human-centered. One of our key values has always been about putting people at the center of the designs we do, and we say quite proudly that we design for people at work. So ensuring that the spaces we have supports the working needs of the individual, but also, most importantly, and especially in the era we live in today, responding to the individual's needs for health, well-being, and greater productivity.
The future is nothing but a new reality. That new reality can be very uncomfortable sometimes. When we started this project, we didn't know that that future is going to be part of our everyday life now. Turns out that the three key concepts had become critically important for everybody over the past few months. The need to keep mentally healthy and sane during these times had never been more important. Being isolated brought new challenges, but also new opportunities for the creative teamwork. And in terms of socializing, I think everybody feels the need for it more and more. Our environment is changing rapidly. With the rise of digital technologies, the lines between our perceived realities are getting constantly blurred. Our physiological needs are not changing at that pace. We need to provide for them. We need to provide for all our senses. That was one of the key considerations when we designed the space.
So we named the Moser Pavilion the Cloud simply because we wanted to reflect a couple of simple ideas. One, nobody really knows what the future will be, and a cloud is a natural element which is undefined, amorphous, and ever-changing, and slightly opaque. So we have a rough idea of its form, but we really don't know exactly what the shape will be. And there's the potential that also it can change and evolve, and we can influence that change. So the cloud represents this idea of a positive future which looks to the sky.
云，共鸣之境，由全球建筑和办公空间设计的领导者穆氏 Moser Associates 操刀设计。此空间将实体化、社群化和数字化设计融会贯通，一起营造最佳的办公体验。未来的办公空间充满无限可能，它不易被定义，界限模糊，且从未停止演化。在我们对它展开畅想时，我们能够确定的是，工作的性质会不断发生改变，而未来办公场所的主要驱动力将聚焦于人力资本，以及如何激发、激励和利用人的创造力。
Our space is designed around the three concepts, with the human being in the center space. We deliberately didn't want to do a flashy architecture. Our space is easy to comprehend at the first sight, but it also allows you to discover.
She's done some other things.
對於未來辦公室嘅規劃嚟講，我哋會分析人嘅行為同埋心理嘅因素，得出以下嘅3個重點。一，我哋嘅工作節奏其實越嚟越急速，有好多嘅因素都影響緊我哋每日工作嘅時候嗰個心態。我哋認為其實喺辦公室裏面，如果可以多加一啲輔助嘅空間，令到大家喺緊張嘅工作環境裏面有一個地方可以將大家嘅心理因素平靜落嚟嘅話， 就會令到工作效率更加提高。我哋稱呢個空間為 reset。第二，喺人工智能嘅發展底下，其實有好多重複性嘅工作都將會被取代。咁我哋其實喺未來嘅辦公環境裏面，我哋最主要嘅價值係在於能夠創造出新嘅想法。所以喺辦公環境裏面，如果我哋能夠可以加入一啲可以幫助到大家提高創作性嘅元素嘅話，就會更加理想啦。我哋稱呢個空間為 co-create。第三，喺呢個科技發展底下，其實我哋嘅工作已經唔再受時間同空間去限制，亦喺呢個後疫情嘅時候，我哋大家都體驗得到，其實有好多專注嘅工作係可以喺辦公室以外嘅地方進行。咁有乜嘢原因要凝聚大家喺辦公室裏面繼續工作呢？其實個重點就係人與人之間嘅交流，令到大家對公司有呢個歸屬感，同埋體驗到公司嘅企業文化。所以我哋需要一啲地方可以將大家凝聚喺埋一齊。呢個地方叫做 Connect。
We believe that designing the right acoustic comfort in each zone is going to be very important, and it's very applicable for the future workplace. You don't want all the spaces to sound the same. Sometimes you want to hear buzz, sometimes you want to focus on a meeting, for example. So allowing the acoustic materials to be implemented in the right way is going to be very important. This is something which we found that much of the time is not well considered. We think that in the future that's going to change. With our partner, Quadrat Soft Cells, we work together to figure out what is the right placement for the acoustic materials, that we don't use too much, but then we don't use too little either. We wanted to create a space that is natural, that is something that you want to discover. When you walk around and then you see the little stories what we created for you, you can experience, you understand what was in our mind, how we see that all these elements are going to be part of our future or the future workplace. We believe that sustainability is going to remain a very important part of the future workplace. When we designed this space, we used materials and elements which we could and we are planning to reuse in our upcoming Shenzhen office.
Within the cloud, we also thought it was a really good opportunity to make sure that we weren't just passing on information and knowledge that we've acquired with our different disciplines, from our wellness speciality, our strategic planning team, and our brand experience team, as well as interiors and integrated technology. It was really important that we also made sure that the experience was something that was memorable, engaging, and something that people would really be able to interact with. So we leveraged one of our relationships, one of our partners that we work with, the Collective here in Hong Kong, and we created these two installations, digital installations, which are truly unique, which are all interactive and allow the user to make their mark and see either responding to the sound of the falling rain and the effect that it makes with your presence, to working with another partner to co-create as a team to find a solution to a particular problem. So they both present different environments and scenarios that are going to be critical to the future environments that we create in the workplace.
The Collective is a digital art creative agency from Hong Kong. Our goal is to develop new art forms that bring people together and provide more engaging channels to convey messages, in particular to connect the millennials' interests and values, which technology is part of their everyday life.
We're really glad to be invited by the Moser team to collaborate once again. This is our second project together, following on from the interactive lift lobby we created for the HSBC Digital Centre. Looking to the future, there's so much scope for integrating digital experiences in the workplace. The great thing about digital experiences is that once you've installed and configured the physical hardware, the content can always be updated and expanded upon.
Water is versatile. It can be calming and it can also be powerful. In the reset room, we apply a set of calm raining visuals in this immersive space. Guests can touch the wall to also interact with the soothing rain. Simple, yet captivating.
以追求精神与创想的情感共鸣体为主旨，我们的共鸣之境呈现了对未来办公环境的畅想。它是一个营造身心灵健康的治愈空间，是一个激发创想和推动进步的驱动空间，更是一个强化情感归属、营造独有企业文化的社群空间。